Yo, what's up everybody? Today we're going to be doing some more Higurashi Saikoroshi. That feels really weird to say. It feels really weird to say that we're not doing more Matsurubayashi, but here we are. We are going to be doing some more of the chapter today. Hopefully this time I'm not really going to play as much as I played yesterday, because the thing is about yesterday, I wasn't actually intending to play that much, but the only thing is, I thought there was going to be a break. I didn't realise the whole game would be one big chapter, so I was just always playing until like I thought the chapter was going to end, and then I accidentally get in like a really long bit, you know, the conversation with the whole crystal ball related things about Hanyu and how she can actually get here and stuff like that. Dude, this is going to be really interesting today, because I really discovered yesterday that I know this plot a lot less than I thought. I mean, I knew the key essentials, like, you know, the fact that the chair scene, I can't wait for the chair scene. Oh my god, I hope we're going to get to read it soon. But like, the chair scene, and also just like this whole world, and obviously like how it happened. Yeah, but the only thing is, in the anime, I thought she got like hit by a massive lorry. So yeah, it's kind of different to that, I suppose. But yeah, look at that, only one save, by the way. That's kind of insane. Right, yeah, I can't really play for long today, so yeah, let's get into it. Someone has just turned on the switch for the naked bulb hanging from the ceiling. Oh my god, I wonder who that's going to be. And then, with a heavy clank, the door opened. My father appeared there. Oh god, she is going to be his face was like a demon's. Oh my god. Oh no. Alright, oh, that was right. I'd entered the cordoned off ritual implement storehouse. Yep, you are fucked. I only received the right to enter the storehouse when I succeeded them as the head of the Higurashi family. Oh, in other words, in a world with my parents alive, I wasn't allowed to come in here. Oh no. Rika! How did you get in here? That remains a secret. How many times have I told you never to enter the storehouse? Well, how many times has she remembered is the better question. My father was in a rage. Yeah, thanks to the property imprinted into one's very genes that made children tremble when their father looks down at them with a scary face. I reflexively cringe a fit. God, I'm actually kind of surprised about that, but yeah. He grabbed me by the back of my neck and took me outside. God. And then I ended up being disciplined. Something I've forgotten for a very long time. Oh no. Oh, my parents being here is such a bother. Fair enough, actually. That's actually going to make it a lot harder with the whole shrine related things. Because I suppose she could get done for trespassing, but I mean, she isn't old enough to be actually convicted of something, but still, she could get into like a lot of trouble for doing this consistently. Just when I thought I'd been lucky that they made it through the year 1981, they're getting in the way of me returning to the final world. Kill that. No, I'm just kidding. Don't kill them. In the storehouse, I've been shouting Hanyu's name pretty loudly, so he probably noticed. Yeah, definitely. But I wonder, he's probably doing something closer to the house. I mean, heck, he might have even been in the house next door. That house where my mouse is. I would investigate the storehouse for real tomorrow, but I'd have to take extreme caution so that my father didn't find me. There is a thing called... No, there isn't actually. There is a thing called lying to go to school. I think that may be a good idea. Or maybe just like going out really late and somehow doing that without your parents seeing you. I'm not really sure how that would happen though. In the middle of the night, unable to sleep, face up on my futon because of my rear, and swelled up from... Jesus Christ! Oh, the spang, I bit my pillow and cried again. God. Fucking hell, he is brutal. I mean, I suppose this probably... I mean, the saddest thing about stuff like this, it was normal in this time. Then thought back over what I had to do. Yeah. God, that must hurt. This is my room. This is my hood on. But this wasn't where I was supposed to sleep. No, I get what she means. The hood on I was supposed to go home to was in the small house on the second floor of the renovated warehouse. The one next to Santa Claus. Yeah. But in this world, the youth group was probably still using it as a meeting place. Oh. God, that must be weird. So my hood on obviously wouldn't be there. Yeah, definitely. Then what hood on was I supposed to use in this world? Punishment for doing something stupid and careless. Bringing the future we all want to know. Yeah, definitely. I needed to find what was keeping Hanya away so I could call her here. Yeah, definitely. It would take a lot of effort. It would, yeah. And if anything, you really do wonder if it could actually happen. I mean, it's going to be so difficult for it to actually be found without any sort of hints, which, let's be honest, I don't really think she's going to get. For that reason, I needed to build up my energy and get some sleep. Yeah. Oh, God, that must be so hard to sleep with while crying. Yeah. Shedding tears was nothing but a waste of time and stamina. Yeah. I knew that, but until I fell asleep, I wept into my pillow. No, fair. It's hard not to do. Oh, right, so there are more than one sort of sets. There is more sort of... There are more than one chapters in this game. I didn't actually realise that. Hang on a second, are we going to get a tip? Or is that another 83? Yeah, another 83. Yeah, fair enough. Oh my god. I'd hope Santa Claus would be there when I woke up that morning. No, it's not the case at all. It must just be so weird waking up in like a completely different place, but exactly the same world, really. I mean, exactly the same sort of surroundings, same place, same everything, just a different reality, really. I'd hope this baffling world was just a half-awake dream of mine. Yeah. Fair enough. So when I awoke, not to a familiar ceiling, but the one in the hooded main house, I could feel nothing but disappointment. Fair, my mind hazy. I recalled the situation I've been put into. Thanks to my own carelessness, I got lost in this strange world. Yeah. Hanya's power couldn't reach here, so it would be incredibly difficult to escape. Yeah. It was like trying to climb up the spider's thread to paradise. But the spider's thread was still there. No matter how thin it was, its presence meant that there was still a chance. Yeah, that's actually really interesting. Yeah, fair. To discover what was blocking Hanya's power. Yeah, definitely. And I didn't even know what it looked like. That's the scariest thing, yeah. The only possible clue was that Hanya was the deity of Hinamizawa, so it was probably in the village somewhere. Yeah. Could you imagine if it wasn't even in the village? I mean, I wonder where it would be, if that was the case. I picked up the crystal ball. Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, I was about to have a lot of questions, but yeah, of course you do that. I picked up the crystal ball, which I'd snuck out of the Winter Implement storehouse. The ball gave off a weak and somehow unnatural light. I pressed it to my forehead and I could feel a faint presence that only I, as a witch, could feel. I find it really interesting that she always sort of defines herself as a witch, you know? Well, I suppose she has pretty similar sort of qualities when doing stuff like this, I suppose. I don't know. I was sure that whatever I needed to find, I would get the same feeling from it as this. But again, like the crystal ball, I probably have to hold it to my forehead to sense anything. It didn't seem like things were going to be as simple as wandering about until I felt something. Yeah, fair. But if it was related to Hanya's power like the crystal ball was, it was almost certainly in that storehouse. Yeah, I really do wonder what would actually be the sort of location of it. I just wonder how she's going to find it, honestly. Unfortunately, the storehouse was a complete mess of everything from ancient torture devices to piles of old documents to mountains of trash I didn't even know how to use. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's going to be really difficult. It just seems so impossible, this. At the moment, at least. The only place with any semblance of cleanliness was the space around the vessel and the altar. Finding anything, especially an object as small as this crystal ball, would be no simple matter. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I suppose if she feels some sort of presence and some sort of thing that would remind her of Anya when she gets nearer to it, that wouldn't really be as bad. But still, that doesn't mean it'd be good. It'd be very, very difficult. Rika, eat your breakfast and hurry on to school. I heard my mother's voice from the kitchen. The school in this world wasn't the one I went to. Yeah, that's actually fair enough. But it was, man. If I had the time to go somewhere I didn't belong, then I should be using it to search that storehouse. That's actually fair enough, yeah. But there was no proof my search would only take 1 or 2 days. That's actually fair enough, yeah. I really hated to say it, but since I didn't even know what it looked like, maybe I needed to prepare myself for the search to take years. I couldn't agree more. I mean, worst case scenario could potentially take her entire life. Who knows? That'd be so weird. Like, could you imagine if it had taken her, like, her entire life and then she just gone back into this fragment years and years older? Like, the fragment that she should have been in, you know? If I didn't... Could you imagine if this is an Onigaf to you, by the way? It's an interesting thought, because Hanya died there. I mean, all of the river, in fact, because that was where all of her organs were dumped. Who knows? If I didn't go to school, Tia, ever conscientious, would call the house to see if I was staying home that day. Yeah, and they'd probably find out. If that happened, it would cause trouble with both the school and my parents. Yeah, I couldn't imagine how much time this search would take. No, I know. I just really wonder how she's actually going to do it, especially with her dad getting, you know, not exactly the happiest when she gets into the shrine. Maybe she could just run. Maybe she could... I actually really wonder what the sort of dam construction site looks like. Because maybe... Dam construction? I mean the junkyard, you know, that Lena always goes to. Because maybe she could just hang in there. Who knows? Because it wasn't just the dam construction, it was a lot of other companies illegally dumping their trash there. So, there probably still is quite a lot of trash that she could actually hide in. Who knows? If my parents grew suspicious, things would get harder. Yeah, fair. But slow and steady wins this race, I guess. Although it was frustrating, for weekdays, it would be better to pretend I was going to school like normal. I let out a languid sigh, got up, and decided to eat breakfast. Yeah, at least she's eating, I suppose. I don't know. During mealtime, my mother's rambling about how I was never allowed to go into the ritual. Oh god, that must have been irritating. But I suppose she kind of has to do it as a parent. I was never allowed to go into the ritual storehouse again. Steadily made the food taste worse even. My mother was always an insistent and long-winded. I hated this part of her. The elders in the village laughed and said she couldn't help it, since she just did it for her only beloved daughter, but to me, she was just a nuisance. Yep. These people also don't have the experience of having her as a mother, I suppose. They can't really say much at all. Tough love wasn't what I needed at the moment. Yeah, definitely. The only thing I could be thankful for was maybe that I didn't have to make breakfast for myself. That's actually understandable, I suppose. That must be really odd for her, though. I mean, she's just so used to doing it. So, yeah. But I could do it on my own, so I would have obviously left it to me. That's fair enough. After I was done eating and started getting ready for school, my mother continued to nag me about making it on time. Oh god. Oh, how aggravating. Yeah, this is just so relatable. Maybe going to school wasn't so bad. I wouldn't have to see my mother's face for half a day. Yeah, and I mean, she's always thinking about doing this when she's actually going to school, but what about after school? I mean, I don't know. It could be likely that her father may be there, but still, I think it would be a lot more sensible than going before school. I thanked her for the food, cleaned my plate and utensils in the sink, and left immediately for school. Yeah. So where are we going to go now? We're going to the village, and we're going to school. No! I don't want to go to school, man! Fuck school. I have to go to school in blimmin', like, exactly 11 hours at the moment. I don't want to go to school, man. If everything was going to betray my expectations anyway, I wish class would too. But even in this world, class went the exact same way as the world I knew. Really? That's not even possible. I thought I'd escaped that world and now it was repeating. Thinking that way made me feel even more listless. Yeah, that's actually fair enough, yeah. Normally I distract myself by seizing Satoko, but her seat was far away from mine. And if anything, if you teased her, I don't really think it'd go down the best. She was probably... oh. She was probably also so bored with class she didn't even know what to do with herself. Yeah, Satoshi, earnestly studying in the next seat over, was constantly trying to get her to focus. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. It really doesn't surprise me that Satoshi is one of the guys that, you know, just always wants to do studying related things. Mion seemed to be butting into Lena's business. Lena, by the way, Lena's business too. But they weren't fooling around. It was a strange, though pleasant sight. Oh, that's actually really surprising. They were helping one another learn. Actually, they weren't the only pleasant sight. Everyone in this classroom was like, oh, that's actually really nice. I felt like I was the only one left. That's not so nice. Yeah, I didn't know whether my seat was in its own row because of the odd numbers of students, or if I'd chosen the seat on purpose in this world, but it felt like my seat was separated from the rest of the classroom. No, I definitely get what she means. Maybe she was just like a really lonely type here. I'm not really going to say anything about how similar she is to me, but yeah. When lunch came, I felt even more alienated. Oh yeah, because none of the friends would actually... Oh, that's sad. Not my classrooms formed groups of friends and took out their food. She should genuinely, I mean, she probably wouldn't feel like it because of how awful, obviously, this is for her, but she should try and, like, you know, make friends here. The clan members who would always eat with me weren't here. Yeah, Satoko was part of a circle of several friends, including her brother. Oh, right, there was no place for me to wedge myself into. What about Mion and Denna, though? Like, literally, I'm sure they do it, but I don't know. Maybe Mion doesn't like or something. Who knows? Mion and Dana were sitting face to face as they ate. Alright, no room for me there either. That's a real shame. And nobody asked me if I wanted to. That's even sadder. I mean, my god, she is really... I mean, just things like this, I really hope that she returns to, like, you know, the world that she's used to and she should be in. Just because of things like this. And they had fun eating their own meals, so this seemed natural, like it was something that happened every day. God. For a short while, I waited, hoping for Satoko or Mion and Elena to invite me over. It's not going to happen. After the clock's minute hand moved 5, then 10 places, I realised I might be left behind in eating. Yeah. I finally gave up and opened my bento box. Inside were the leftovers of last... Oh wow. Inside were the leftovers of last night's burned Hamburg steak and white rice with nori seaweed that was now sticky. Oh, spinach wrap with gooey nori. Oh my god. I've never actually tried nori seaweed, I don't think. Hang on a second, is it meant to be burnt or is that like a bad thing? Oh, of course it's going to be a bad thing. When do you have burnt food? Fuck off. There are a few examples I think, but like, yeah. And the remains of kimpira with chopped burdock root, also burnt. What is a kimpira? Oh, some sort of vegetable. Interesting. I guess I've forgotten about that. For some reason, my mother overcooked everything. Yeah! Yeah, really not the best start in terms of food. Oh god. Summer is dangerous if you don't let the heat in. You've got to be kidding me. Was a favourite phrase of hers. She would cook steaks until they were rock hard. Ugh! And even when she made fish, she turned half their insides to ash. Jesus Christ. Even Satoko was better than that. At least she knew how hot to cook things. Yeah, definitely. I mean, she can't even cook, like, meat. She just cooks ready-made foods. But, no, not really ready-made foods, but she uses them to make meals, I suppose. Yeah. God. And when I learned how to cook from Hanyu and started to make things better than my mother, she must not have been having... Oh, my God. That actually... Oh, God. It must have been really mysterious. I mean, just seeing like a really tiny kid just do stuff that's better than anything you could ever do. I mean, yeah. God, that does not sound nice. Tastes terrible too. Yeah, fair enough. No presentation either. Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting because in Japan, like, I mean, here, nobody gives a fuck, but, like, in Japan, presentation is a big sort of part of lunch-related things. If Mion decided to have a bento course test and I only had this, I'd end up in last place. You would end up in more than last place, oh my god. But there was no club in this world, so I didn't have to worry about that. Yeah, fair, but the only thing is that really a good thing? Like, no. Satoko's happy laughter not being directed at me made me feel sad. Fair enough. Suddenly, our eyes met. Oh god, that must be embarrassing. Did my feelings get through? Satoko burst out of her seat and glared at me. Oh god, that must be so hard. Just seeing like genuinely your best friend. And obviously it goes deeper with Rika, but like still, seeing your best friend just like, you know, being really cold to you, even though nothing's happened, it's just a different reality. Right? If you have something to say, say it. Oh god. I don't have anything to say. Stop it, Satoko. You just happened to look at each other, didn't you? Yeah, I know. It's actually really interesting. She really is trying to pick a fight. Like, any time she goes. Oh my god. It didn't just happen. She was staring at me this whole time. If you realise why, I mean, you obviously wouldn't believe it, but I think you probably know. It was getting gross. Come on. Dude, you are like 10. What the fuck is gonna... How can it be gross? They would not do relationships at 10, would they? I'm just so surprised that she thinks that it's gross. I was staring at someone gross. I mean, it's weird, but like, it's not gross. I've sort of really dug my own pit here. Depends where. Let's just say that. Because I can actually see it if it's like, you know, in worse places. Satoko and her friends began whispering abundant stem cells while looking. Oh god, that's the worst. I couldn't hear what they said, but I could easily imagine them enjoying them. Yeah. I'm sorry. I won't stare at you. I hope not. You're making my cream croquets. What is a cream croquet? Cream croquet. Oh, looks like a dessert. A deep-fried roll originating in French cuisine, consisting of the thick binder combined with a filling which is then breaded. Actually looks really nice. Wow. How could you make her cream croquets taste worse? Feel bad about your actions, you bloody sinner. I angled my desk a little so that I couldn't see Satoko and the others. Yeah. God, that must hurt. At first, I had called this world Satoko's cold, but it looks like I was mistaken. This world Satoko either didn't like me or outright hated me. Yeah, it's actually fair enough, yeah. And the other kids close to my age seemed to have formed a community around her. Oh god, with no place for me in it, so they all hated me too. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, god, it's just really surprising for me to think that like Satoko is so nice. She genuinely really is nice, and yet like in the world we know we're in. But if everything normal in her sort of home life was happening, she'd be basically an arsehole. I mean, maybe she's done things, Rika's done things to be fair, but like, yeah. The hardened ash-like steak tasted of salt. Oh god! Why did I have to feel this sad and lonely when I ate? Yeah, well, it really is scary. I was going to say, well, you won't have to when you like, get out of this world, I suppose. But the only thing is, when is she going to get out of it? And how do we know she is actually going to be able to get out? Because maybe she won't be able to find it, who knows. In all the other worlds, all the club members would be enjoying lunch together. Yeah, Satoko would be there, and then Mion and Keiichi. Everybody would be having fun and spending their break cheerfully and noisily. Yeah. That was when Dana came over and peered into my bento box. She's probably going to be disgusted. Pretty random thing to do, though. Rika-san, you have steak and spinach for lunch today? That looks good. I'm really happy she's being nice. I mean, yeah. It was clear that Dana had come over to try and comfort my distress, and for some reason that was frustrating, so I didn't want to answer her. I suppose it's just because, like, you know, she shouldn't have to be having this distress in the first place. When I stay silent, she held up an octopus-shaped sausage in front of me. Right. I'll trade you all spinach for my octopus. Oh my. Oh, that's actually... Wow. Good deal. You're going to be disgusted, but, like, good deal still. Dana, I'm trying to be nice as I ate lunch alone. Hated by my classmates. I just couldn't accept it. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Yeah, I suddenly said I was going to wash my hands, then left. And in the bathroom stall, I covered my face with toilet paper and cried. The tears soaked through the paper and crinkled it up, but I didn't care. This is fine. It was better if I didn't have friends in this world. I suppose then you can just get onto your own things and you can, you know, just be focused on getting out as soon as possible, but still. I had plenty of friends in the one I needed to return to. Yeah. There, even Satoko was my irreplaceable best friend. Yeah. And all the club members who would never leave me alone during lunch hour were waiting for me. Why would I be sad about... Why would I be sad that some Satoko I didn't know was being mean to me in a world I didn't care about? Why would I be... But despite the lies I told myself, I couldn't stop crying for a while. No, fair enough, yeah. Fair enough. I had to steal my resolve and wait for school to end. Then I ran back home saying I was going out to play and sneak into the ritual implement storehouse again. Yeah, brilliant. That was the only way I could get back to my original world. Yeah, I had to try and do my best for that purpose alone. I couldn't agree more. Okay, I looked into the mirror in the bathroom to see a face red from oh god. Yeah, if she saw me like this, things would probably get even more complicated. Yeah, I really wonder how she's actually going to do this. I washed my face, then spent the rest of lunch break quietly in the corner of the classroom. Yeah. Oh, where are we now? After school, I literally dashed out of the building. Yeah, that's fair enough. It would be a huge pain if I ended up caught in the rush of the other classmates as they headed out to go play. Yeah, fair enough, yeah. I think Satoshi called after me, but I ignored him. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's fair enough. Oh my god, Satoshi, I really, really respect Satoshi. I mean, like, he's probably just, you know, just sort of covering up for what his sister did and stuff like that. He was probably trying to apologise for his sister about what happened during lunch. Yeah, I didn't care about that. Yeah, understandable. I mean, yeah. I didn't want to stay in this horrible world a second more than I needed to. No, definitely, definitely. I really don't blame her. Got stuck a bloody AMV. I ran full speed back to the house, ignored my mother when she asked, as usual, if I had any homework and searched for a lantern. Oh, yeah, fair enough, yeah. Then I told her that I was going out to play, and without waiting for a response, burst out of the house. Yeah. Then I went around the shrine and looked for my father. Oh, I wonder if he's going to be there. I saw a note hanging on the assembly hall that said there was a Shrine Association meeting. Oh, that's brilliant for her to... Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. But the only thing is that may be really bad. What if the meeting ends like the second she's sort of started going in there? Or even worse, it ends while she's trying to get in there. Who knows? It was the same opportunity I had yesterday. Today, I'd have to be careful not to get, not to let on Miles inside. Yeah, she can't shout, but the only thing is, I suppose she kind of had to because, I mean, she was really stressed, and secondly, there could have been a chance that Hanya was maybe in the shrine, and you know that was their only means of sort of getting closer to each other. After making sure nobody was looking, I climbed up the tree I'd gotten the hang of yesterday. Yep. I'd been scared of the height before, but I wasn't afraid any longer. Probably because I cried. Oh god, yeah. Cried my eyes out and resolved myself during lunch. What I really had to be afraid of wasn't heights, or my parents, or the cold-hearted Satoko. It was not being able to return to my original work. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Yeah. Oh, what's that sound? The next serious thing, we'll be losing contact with Hanyu. I think. Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. In the darkness of the storehouse, I took the crystal ball out of my pocket. Oh, so she's actually going to communicate with Hanyu. Yeah. I suppose she can now that the meeting's going on. I wonder if she's going to be able to hear when the meeting stops. Its weak glow seemed a little more energetic than yesterday. Interesting. Maybe if she rested a little of her power would come back. Nevertheless, it was still weak. Oh, right. But I suppose it's better than what it was yesterday. If I waited on fruitless conversation, the light might go out entirely. Yeah, that would not be good. God. That's actually kind of insane. So this lantern must be really good if it can completely illuminate this. Go. I I finally squashed down the desire to check and make sure I can still call her and turn on the lantern. It was time to go treasure hunting. Yeah, I suppose so. Was there anything around? Anything only I could feel? Something that felt the same as this crystal ball. Somewhere. I closed my eyes. I honed my senses and hoped. But all I heard were the cries of the cicada. Yeah. Hope isn't going to get you that far. I'm sorry, mate. It really won't. I hadn't expected anything else. It looked like I think this would be a tough nut to crack. Yeah. Of course I laugh at that analogy. Of course I do. Too optimistic. Yeah, fair enough. But the only thing is there is still hope. Maybe could be amidst everything. Who knows? Just in the entire storehouse. How much time would that take? That would actually take quite a bit. I mean, I'd assume the storehouse is pretty big, but yeah. But I had to do it. Otherwise, I couldn't go home. I couldn't agree more. She does have to do it. I'd do it systematically. Start in the corner and go in order. Yeah, fair. Without knowing what it looked like, I'd start in the corner and go from there. Not even letting water past. God. Yeah, she really needs to thoroughly check everything though. It's good that she's doing that. And despite all that, I had no proof it was even in here. That's actually fair enough, yeah. I felt like it would be easier just to fight Takano and the mountain dogs again. I can't blame her. I really can't. I wonder what this is going to be. So it looks like... Oh, it looks like the day has passed. Yeah, I'm assuming just judging by how little was actually there, it wasn't very successful. But that doesn't really surprise me, honestly. I mean, it's going to be so difficult for her to look. Where are we going to go? Oh, are we going to the storehouse again? Yeah, so I'm assuming. What happened in the first day? Are we going to learn, or are we just going to go inside the storehouse? Yeah. Oh. Oh! That was not what I was expecting. I don't think it's going to get any weaker. I can hear your voice as loudly as I could before. Which means, like always, it will only get to you weakly. Oh, that's really annoying. I guess there was no need for us to chat. I do not think that is true. No, I think chatting is exactly what you need. Yeah, that's actually fair enough. I mean, especially because she has literally nobody she can talk to. I mean, especially because of just how much of a shit situation she's going through. She really needs someone. Maybe. Thanks. I'll talk now. I'm pretty sure I searched the storehouse as well as I could. You've got to be kidding me. Is it not like anywhere in there? But I have nothing. Shit, man. Dude, it could literally be anywhere. I searched for about a week, but I don't even know what the thing I'm searching for looks like. Yeah, definitely. No, but the only thing is she searched for a week. Jesus, man. And even if I did find it, I might have put it down again without realising. Yeah, that's actually fair enough. I mean, she does not know what she's looking for. But I think it's going to be really distinct because of just how much significance it has. Oh, fair. Honestly, this is really hard. Yeah. If only I knew what it looked like. Or had some proof that it was in the storehouse. Yeah. No, I couldn't agree more. If she had some proof of, even if she didn't know what it looked like, if she had some proof it was in some certain place, at least she'd know where to look. But it's just impossible. It really is. Being locked in here for so long is going to make me go crazy. Yeah, fair. I understand. I know it's a very difficult search. Yeah, definitely. I'm doing my best too to see if I can at least find out what the fragment looks like. You've got to be kidding me. So she doesn't even know what it looks like. I mean, I suppose of course she wouldn't because Rika doesn't actually know what she's been searching for, but wow. It really must just be weird not being able to be with Hanyu. And did you find anything out? Rika, in your world, fragments are interpreted as feelings. When those feelings reside in something, they become fragments. What is she trying to say? Do you have to feel something in order to find a fragment? Is that the will thing? Maybe she's just got to have the will to return back, which she already does, but maybe she has to have some other will. I don't know. I understand the logic, but that doesn't give me much of a hint. Yeah, me too, yeah. And as for how to return the fragment to this world, I think that it needs to... It needs to lose its shape in that world. How is it going to lose its form? But if it loses its form, how is it going to get to her? I'm just genuinely so confused. What does that mean? Do I have to break it? Yes. And completely? Oh, right. Interesting. Yes, and completely. If it's lost from the human world, you can send it to the world of the gods. Interesting. Do you know about the law of conservation of matter? It's impossible to destroy something completely. Yeah, that's actually fair enough. Yeah, you can't make or destroy atoms or mass as well. No, but the only thing is, what if the the atoms or the matter just, I don't know, somehow get to the god world? It just sounds so ridiculous. Well, that's why I'm saying you only need to destroy its form. Understand, Rika? Even in ancient times, people use methods like this to send things to the god. Really? I mean, I suppose this isn't really real, but like, it's just interesting that this would be something that would actually happen. It just really doesn't make sense, but yeah. I see. Alright. A way ancients sent tribute to the gods, a way to get rid of something from the human world. You're telling me to burn it? Oh, that could potentially be something good you could do. Burn it into the ash and send it into the sky. Yeah, but the only thing is, how is she gonna get a fire starting without firstly causing arson? Without, like, being suspected of maybe trying to cause arson, and secondly, like, without, like, being seen by anyone. That may be difficult, because you're not exactly going to be able to burn it in your hand. Oh, right, that's right. By burning something to message, it loses its form, loses its meaning, and vanishes from the human world. Yeah, that's actually fair enough. So especially if it loses its meaning and its form, I suppose this world won't really be able to operate if you look in that sort of metaphorical, that much of a metaphorical attitude, really. I see, so we need to burn whatever is housing the fragment. Wait. Apparently that it's easy to set on fire. Yeah. If it was a boulder, I'd have to throw it up into a blast furnace, isn't it? That's actually fair enough. What if it's like some really, really unknown metal that's, you know, obviously really unusual? What if you can't burn it? What if it has like the melting point of like, I don't even know. Like really fucking high. Maybe you could do something like, could you imagine just like melting point of Large Hadron Collider? I think that would be very funny. Actually, Rika, the fragment might not only be in an object, it's possible. Oh shit! What? Oh my god! Oh, that's quite something. Oh my god! Oh god, I see, because the fragments are feelings. Yeah, it's actually fair enough. Could you imagine just like, burn her to the stake, motherfucker? They might not only reside in objects. But Hanyu, if it was a person, what would I do? Yeah, you would become a killer. You're not telling me to burn them to ash, I'm sure. That's exactly what she's telling you. The meaning of a human disappears the moment they lose their life. Yeah, but that still doesn't justify the fact that you've murdered them. That would make sense. That makes sense. Corpses aren't people anymore. Can I think of an example? The liminal zone. So if the fragment is residing in a person. I suppose you could use liminal zone as an example. Dude, I need to fucking read that manga. I've only read like 71 pages of it. But I haven't had time to continue it. Oh, yeah, this is a really, really just... This could potentially be a really deadly information. Just thing that she has to do. I believed until now that I've been searching for an object, but maybe it doesn't even have to be that. Yeah, I'd have no problem burning an object. But if it wasn't an object, but a person... I know. It kind of depends who, but at the same time, yeah. It's not going to be good any way you look at it. I don't like this. Could you imagine if she has to burn herself? I wonder what would happen. I don't like this world for some reason. Yeah, it's actually fair enough. Only the bad ideas turn out to be true. Yeah, so maybe this could be true. I can only pray it doesn't turn out like that. Yeah, fair. If only bad ideas turn out to be true, then I could take advantage of that. Search there first. That is actually fair enough, but the only thing is I just genuinely don't understand what you would do. How would you determine if some sort of fragment is inside somebody? If it was a person, they'd be closely connected to Oyasura someone, right? Yeah, but like, look at how many people, like, Mion is. They're not, and Satoshi. Like, no, they're not. No, nobody would actually be connected to Oyasura someone here. I forgot. Because they're sane. I don't know, maybe like Kimiyoshi, Hudede, parents. Oh, I really don't know. It's so tricky. There's so many that it could be. Like any old villager. Yes. Oh, right. Is it possible it's me? Yeah, fair enough. No, it isn't. If you have the family rejecting me, you wouldn't be able to talk to me right now. Oh, right. Shit. I suppose that would be bad enough if it was her, but like, it's not. Which means next to my father, Hebre's the Hudede shrine, and my mother carrier of the Hudede lineage. Yeah, definitely. If it was one of them, I'd just have to kill them, right? Yeah, I suppose so. Yep, in other words, yes. My human morality refused the idea of killing my parents. Yeah, but that was nothing. But that was nothing a well-crossing witch needed to think. God, that's actually really interesting. That like, no matter just because of how long she's lived and like you know all the experiences she's gone through, she just doesn't even think of herself as human anymore. It's really surprising. But the only thing is, she is a human. No matter, she may be a witch, but I don't think witches have emotions different to humans. Well, of course, some of them, like, that are really, really unusual would, I suppose, but, like, she doesn't. For someone with a true world somewhere else, this is a false world, meaning it was the same as a dream. That's interesting, yeah. So I suppose it wouldn't really have any significance to her, but like all the other worlds, they have no significance to her when somebody dies and she dies and stuff like that, but they do to the other villagers. Well, especially that world where she went mad and she killed everyone. I'm gonna be honest, I really hope we can read that. I think that'd be really interesting, because I bet you thoughts like these would encourage her, you know. Because you imagine if Rika ever got Hinamazawa syndrome? That would be interesting. Murdering someone in a dream was no different than doing it in a delusion or a daydream. Yeah, but the only thing is, even if you do it in a delusion and you're massively paranoid, then... Oh wait, when you say delusion, you mean like really, really bad delusions where you think that somebody's there and you, I don't know, you hallucinate so badly that you kill them or something like that, I don't know. There was nothing to consider about committing this sin in this world. Are you sure? Hanya was making sad ow ow noises, so I told her how I felt. Stop being such a hypocrite. A hypocrite? Would you rather give up and return into what? That's actually fair enough. Yeah. Fair enough. You're a coward! Damn! You're gonna force me to dirty my hands while never dirtying yours. That is fair enough, but the only thing is, does she really need to? Convenient, isn't it? If you can blame it all on one person. If you can blame it all on one person, nobody else will be marked with sin. Yeah, and it's interesting that, I suppose if you put it that way, she's doing what she really stood for, really. I'm the perfect human sacrifice. Yeah. She's at a loss for words. I agree. I definitely agree. But the only thing is, she's mad. I won't say mad. She's upset. Of course, she's gonna, go a little bit more extreme in terms of emotional related things. I felt these words were a little harsh on Hanyu. Yeah, definitely. For a short while, she remained silent, not saying anything. But her breathing made it sound like she wanted to say something, but was hesitating. I want to go back to the final one. Yeah, definitely. I mean, who wouldn't if they were in your situation, of course. Then I said this once. I wonder how much we're allowed to struggle in order to be... Oh, God. Yeah. I didn't think there was a limit to that effort. But Katie changed that. Yeah, definitely. There's no limit to effort. Yeah, but you have to talk a lot of people together and buy some, whether your efforts are misplaced or not. Yeah, definitely. That's why I was talking about it with Hanyu, the only one who shared my current situation. Yeah, and Hanyu said that if the object possessing the sacrament was a person, I had to kill them. I would want to avoid that, of course, if there was any other way. Yeah, but if she said it was the only way, then I wouldn't hesitate. Yeah, that was all. Yeah. I want to go back to... Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. That's actually interesting. I always thought that Hanyu was in the original world that she was in, but I suppose she's... yeah, me too. She's in the different one as well. I'll be praying that this fragment isn't held by a person. Yeah, definitely. And let's just hope that's going to be the case. Holy shit. Please do. I will too. And I apologise. I was too hard on you. Yeah, fair. All you can do is look for clues and keep my spirits up so I don't get discouraged. Yeah. I didn't understand how annoying it must be not to be able to look for the key yourself. Yeah, definitely, yeah. It isn't as hard as it is for you, Rika. Yeah, I couldn't agree more, yeah. The only thing I can do is at least be here to care for you. Yeah, so that your heart doesn't tire up. Yeah. Well, at least she's trying, you know. Really, really nice of her. Thanks. These idle chats of you were the most enjoyable thing about this one. Jesus. I mean, that's understandable. It's like I wake up from the nightmare for a few minutes. Yeah. Oh well, I see. I sort of understand why she said chatting could be important. Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is probably the only good thing she's facing. Hanya was the only one who I could talk to from my original world. Yeah, definitely. If I lose contact with Hanya, maybe my very connection to that world would weaken and my memories would blur. Oh, Jesus, that's actually fair enough. Could you imagine if her memories blur? That would be awful. And that would simply give birth to a miserable, broken-hearted girl living in a delusion that this world wasn't the one she belonged to. Yeah, definitely. And, you know, obviously that's going to lead into a lot of shit. Leave it to me. Yeah, she cannot fail this, but the only thing is, it just seems so hard. I genuinely don't understand how she would do this. Leave it to me. I swear we'll go back there together. Yeah. You keep looking around for any clues you can find. Yeah. If there are any more developments on my end, I'll contact you again. Yeah. Yeah, my webcam's fine. Right. I understand. Rika, hold it together. Yeah. Go for it. Yeah, her own catchphrase being related, right? I love that. Yay. I couldn't hear Anya anymore. Oh, the crystal ball's light had grown weaker than ever. But as long as it had its otherworldly glow, then I could keep believing that this wasn't the world I was supposed to live in. Yeah, that's understandable. Could you imagine if, like, worst came to the worst? I mean, she would either be deluded that, like, you know, she wouldn't be in the world. Could you imagine if she had that sort of core thought and idea that she wasn't meant to be in the world that she's actually in, but she couldn't actually remember the world she was meant to be in? That would be the worst. Forgetting all of her friends. That'd be awful. Awful. Before, I might have shed a tear or two by now, but all the tears I could cry had dried up. Jesus. I gripped the crystal ball tightly, savoring the cheer Hanyu had given me. Yeah, do your best. Go for it. Yay. I moved over to a spot with a pile of old documents. Oh, I wonder if they would actually give any insight. If it could interfere with Hanyu, it had to be related to the legends of Oyashiro or something. Fair enough. So maybe I thought a clue would be written in one of these documents in that pile. Maybe even if the thing I searched for wasn't in there, I could find a clue to it instead. Fair enough, yeah. I really think it's a good idea to check. But the only thing is, I kind of get the feeling somehow that she's just going to be looking at words. She's not really going to have, like, much that she's actually going to gain from this. I kind of get that impression, at least. I took a few documents from the pile and packed them into the knapsack I brought with me. Oh my god, he's actually stealing them. Dude, she's gonna be dead if they're found, like, anywhere. But the only thing is there is a thing called, like, a library in Okinawa, and there is a thing also called, like literally anywhere that's not home, and school, maybe. Now, these are confidential, and especially because of people being dicks. So, yeah, maybe it could be potential that they may, you know, grab the chance, steal them, leak them out to everybody, who knows. I could read some, but couldn't understand any of the others. Oh, right. If something impossible was in one of the indecipherable ones, I would have no way of knowing. I couldn't agree more. But I shouldn't think about that right now. Yeah, I suppose you just get what you can if you don't know. I suppose if you don't know, at least you... I don't know, at least you won't ever know that something was there. I don't know. I pulled out the few documents I could read and decided to read them in secret at school and in bed. Yeah, good. As I went in and out of the storehouse, the chances of my parents finding out increased. Definitely. In that sense, this would lower the risk. That risk which made it a little easier for me. That's actually fair enough, but the only thing is the threat of, like, them catching you reading some very sensitive material. Oh god, that sounds wrong. But, like, it would arise, definitely. Maybe parents did understand their children best and would be the first ones to help them. Yeah, yeah, kind of a little bit of a problem there. But that was when they were normal, not a witch like me. Yeah. She is not a witch. Oh, yeah, definitely. If their daughter started babbling about not being from this world, they'd probably tie her down and summon a noisy ambulance. God. But it's fair enough. If I were a little more cunning, I could flatter my parents and put the work in to make this world a little bearable. Yeah, but what is the point, honestly? I don't know. I suppose for the short time you spend in this world, it would be a lot more. It would just be sensible to do that, but yeah. But the more I thought about this world not being the one I lived in, the more apathetic I felt towards interacting with those who were there. Fair enough, yeah. This is probably why it seemed like I was being more and more isolated in class. That's understandable. Of course, maybe you could say it was my own fault. That was the kind of world this was at the moment. This is the kind of world this... that was the kind of world this was at the moment. I was at... God, it's just so annoying. I keep on skipping the word at. Was at the moment I revised. Piss off. I arrived. I won't dare let anyone say that this is my fault. Yeah, definitely. Of course, not a single person could tell the difference between Rika and me anyway. God, that's actually really interesting. So she doesn't even think like she's Rika. She just thinks she's someone else, really. Oh, what's this? Who is me? No, I know! The me that isn't Rika. Who is she? Oh! I came around to a quiet electronic beep. Huh? Oh, right. Dude, I thought that could have been some sort of alarm or some sort of indication that, I don't know, some sort of signal that detects movement or something. Pings a, little sound down to somebody else. I don't know. If that was the case, why would it ping on like the sending end? Being in here makes me lose track of time. That's actually fair enough. I mean, there is so much to explore. The other day I was out way past curfew and was scolded for a long time. Oh god, that must be hell. Yeah, fair enough. The alarm on my watch was to prevent that. Oh, so she has to leave when... Oh, right. Letting my relationship with my parents grow any worse would make everything else more troublesome. Yeah, definitely. I should call it quits for today. Yeah. Definitely not something you want to do. If you have a bad world, then you do not want to get in trouble with your parents. Oh my god. With practice motions, I climbed the bundle of change and headed through the exit in the roof. At least, I suppose, when she actually goes into her other world, she's going to know how to do this now. May pose an advantage for some sort of club-related thing. Oh, what's going to happen? When I returned to the main house, surrounded by the cries of the Higurashi that I'd grown completely tired of, there was a tightly packed case of beer near the front door and 3 bottles of wine. Oh no, are they going to be drinking? Oh shit. That's going to be bad. The beer case was probably for a drinking party at the Shrine's assembly hall. Oh, right, yeah. My father didn't drink beer because he liked it, so I knew it had to be for the assembly hall. Oh, right. They delivered it here before the party so we could chill it beforehand in the assembly hall refrigerator. Oh, right. And the wine probably belonged to my father. Oh, right. My father enjoys Western spirits and wine most of all. Oh, right. And wine at the same time. Yeah, it's actually kind of funny that. That's what I was thinking was something I enjoyed as well. Before or after my parents had died in 1981, I got wine by bringing it from the main house. But my parents were alive in this world, so I couldn't do that. Yep. And I don't really think you can buy wine. Jesus Christ, man. I stared at the bottles longingly as I tried to open the door, receiving the clack of its lock in response. Yeah. I took a key from my pocket, unlocked the door, went in and saw a note addressed to me right upon entering. It was from my mother. The note said an accident had suddenly occurred at the Kimiyoshi house and they'd gone out to help with a memorial service. Damn. Wonder what happened. They'd be late coming back and so on and so forth. Interesting. It's actually really interesting, this. I suppose this is just one of the events that we never really see just because of everything being abnormal. Bruh, that feeling when Decar's literally trying to sort of... like, it's like one of those things when you're really addicted and you just do anything to get it, and then you're just like, ah, you're fucking mad. That's kind of her at the moment. Written as a postscript was a notice that the brewer would be bringing alcohol and to take it inside the front door. They have just sort of signed their own grave. Of course she's going to drink it. I see, that must have been referring to all of this. Yeah. If the person had come down while I was here, I could have told them to put it inside, but I couldn't bear to see them outside like this. Put it here before I go back. Oh. And it would be a pain if my mother started rambling about me being inconsiderate later. I made a sour face, not caring who saw, and pulled the case of beer through the front door. Oh my god. Damn. Next, I stood before the wine bottles and solidified my thought. Are you really sure that drinking is a good idea? Like, seriously. I mean, to be fair, she probably can't drink much, but at the same time, she's like... She has a really young body. She can't tolerate much alcohol. Couldn't there have been a slip-up with the order? It was a brewery in a small village. If my father called to say he ordered one more bottle, they'd probably bring over another one without a second thought. Yeah. So what would it matter if one of these disappeared? Yep. That's sad. This is even sadder. Oh my god. I always diluted before drinking so I'd be able to enjoy one bottle of wine for a pretty long time. Despite being in the entrance, I belatedly looked around, grabbed the bottle, and ran into my room and then pushed it into the window dawn in my closet that I wouldn't use for a while. Oh right. God. So... Now, if you're feeling bad, just have beer. I'm sure that's really going to help. Oh wow, so this is the... Yeah, I mean, to be honest, this probably is the only time she can, but like, why are you... I mean, to be fair, the only thing is, it is actually... I mean, even though she is objectively underage drinking, let's be honest, but the only thing is, I suppose she has the mind of an adult but the body of a child, so... I suppose because she has lived for like more than 18 years, she can drink, but... She's doing it in an underage sort of body, I suppose. I don't really know. It is kind of tricky to say if this is underage drinking or not. I ran to the kitchen, grabbed an ice, grabbed a glass, ice, a corkscrew, and a carton of orange juice. Then ran back into the bar. Why are you? You've got to be kidding me! Is she gonna mix a carton of orange juice with the alcohol? I suppose that's what she always does with Hanya, because like I remember there was this one time where she mixed so much orange juice that you could barely taste. I think it was whiskey actually. I don't know, but something sort of alcoholic. No, it was wine. It was wine. I put the corkscrew on the wine bottle and was overwhelmed by the urge to wet my tongue with a nostalgic flavour as soon as I could. Jesus, that is concerning. Oh my god. How was I supposed to survive in this world without enjoying? Oh my god. I saw one thing about this. I think it was some sort of meme. Higurashi asks really meaningful questions in life. I poured some into the glass and just listening to the orange juice splashing into filled up made my mouth water like a dog. Jesus. If I dilute it this much, it will look like orange juice from the outside. Yeah, fair enough. It won't even taste of alcohol, it will just taste of orange juice. Sounds disgusting. Yeah, fair enough, but it was the nostalgic flavour that belonged to my world. Yeah, still really concerning. At one time, this has been the flavour of many Tears of Defeat. Yeah, Shepherding Unbreakable, June of 1983. But now, even though Tears of Defeat felt sweet and tender, I suppose, because she really thinks that this world is worse than Defeat. Those dead-end worlds were very painful, yeah. But I was still surrounded by my kind friends, yeah. I had the leeway to choose to surrender to Dogano and continue lazily living in that infinite loop. Yeah. But she has to live now. She doesn't have any of that freedom. I can see why that would be worse. But even that warmth of absence in this world, yeah. This made a week now since I came in. Yeah. With no prospects of returning to my previous world, I'd resolved myself to staying here for a long time. Yeah, that is actually really scary to think, but a week in it had already driven me to drink. It will be fine. Those words have driven me to the same state. Yeah, fair. And I still managed, lazily doing my best as I soaked in wine, right? I don't really think that's a good attitude. I needed to be released from this hooded Edika quickly. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Nobody in this world would understand that, even if I explained it. And yeah, they wouldn't listen. That meant I had no allies here. Fair enough, yeah. I'm not gonna drink. I'm not drinking wine, don't worry, I'm drinking a fizzy drink. But it's not healthy, I shouldn't. Save it for school. If I thought someone, they think I've gone crazy, yeah, I couldn't agree more. But considering this world's hooded Edika, that was only natural. Yeah. This world's hooded Edika was a doll girl without a single friend. Yeah! And one day she'd been hit by a ball in the schoolyard and started saying she didn't belong in this world. Yeah, you could draw all kinds of conclusions about that. If that big doctor Yamamoto heard about this, he'd probably make a huge fuss about the imp having caused brain damage. Oh my god, yeah. But that would make the most sense to people who live here. Yeah, fair. Oh shit, at the very least, until quote unquote I arrived, Hudadedika was Hudadedika, the correct thing being for this world. Yeah, maybe it was more appropriate to say that one day I, someone different from this world's Hudika, appeared, and then she kind of did though. It always does really sort of question you to think, like, what would actually happen about these people? Like, I mean, it's just really weird because let's just say, for example, this situation, like, Adika was living her life, and then this person, she just suddenly takes it over. I mean, what actually happens to the person that is living her life there? Because even though they're the same people, they are different. So I just really wonder how that is possible. Right. Am I not Hudadedika? Yes, you are. In this world, yes, you are. In any world, yes, you are. But, like, yeah. Well, no, this world's Hudadedika was this world's Hudadedika, a different being from me. I've simply been interrupting, I've simply been interpreting her as the being the same as me, even when I was in different worlds until now. Yeah, I suppose she is really, really different, just because of the circumstances, though. The only thing is, I think if she loses grasp of herself, that's just going to be really, really deadly later on. I just hope that she doesn't actually do it eventually. When I thought about that, leaving aside what I've been living, when I thought about that, leaving aside whether I've been living happily, I felt like I'd done something bad to this world, so did Edika. And that's actually fair enough. I mean, she's got her in trouble. She's literally stolen alcohol. She's drunk alcohol, like underaged. I suppose that's it, but still. Started stuff with Satoko, maybe Satoko's going to be worstly behaved to her now. Stuff could happen. Of course, it was too late to apologise now, and I couldn't give this body back to her anymore. Yeah, definitely. If there was a way to apologise, it would be to acknowledge this world's Hudadedika as a being of her own. Yeah. Because if I call myself Hudadedika, the girl who already existed would vanish from this life. Fair. Which meant the only way to apologise was to not call myself Hudadedika. I mean, it's fair enough what she thinks, but the only thing is I just really don't think that she should do this. Well, that had been bothering me for a long time. I'm just really scared what happens if she loses sense of identity, you know? That just leads into a lot of things. I've long felt that my young self, pampered as the reincarnation of Yasuno-sama, and my old self, who had awakened and travelled countless worlds, had different personalities. I suppose this one would be one that has never been exposed to any sort of form of looping. But if I thought of them not as personalities, but as different beings entirely. Why now, I was no longer hooded Rika. Yeah, but who is she though? Who am I? Yeah! It's really hard to think. I stared vacantly at the wine bottle. Did I like this brand? My father always loved to drink this wine. As a result, I borrowed it in countless worlds, and I love to drink it even now. Yeah, why now? I couldn't even be lazy. Without borrowing the barrel of alcohol. Yeah, it's just really dangerous that, and this wine comforted me just a little. It won't really need into anything, so I don't really think it's the most unhealthy, but still, at this point, I couldn't go on living without this wine. God. But I really don't blame her, it's really fucking hard for her. Of course, he borrowed it in countless worlds. That is just sad, but the only thing is, I just think it's not only sad that she's drinking alcohol, but it's just also sad that situations are so shit that she's actually having to do this. So in other words, I wasn't alive, but but the wine was. You were definitely alive, I think, which meant I wasn't hooded Rika, and that I was the wine. Jesus Christ! I stared at the Western letters of the brand name written on the wine label, which I didn't know how to pronounce. Oh, and thought to myself that I was the name of me. My name is hooded Rika. No, not that, but. What? But this burn castle, I don't know what You've what? Maybe I'll ask my father. That is so weird. You've got to be kidding me. So is that actually the way she gets her name? Like, just a little bit of text, a brand name of a blooming label that has been sort of found responsible for making her favourite drink. Hang on, it's like Burn Castle alcohol. Oh my god, I think it is. You've got to be kidding me. It's a wine region in Germany. Why did I search alcohol? That's so stupid. You've got to be kidding me. It actually is something. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Okay, where did the first one come from? Frederick. Wait, you've got to be. Where's the burn castle going? I don't really see many things. Oh, what a silly name that is. My thoughts began to slur and muddle. Cheers to this shithole world. Yeah, no, I really get what she means. I just really can't believe that context. Right, so that was the end. God, really not ending on a positive note, I can see. Yeah. I'm gonna obviously end here, but like, yeah. Thank you for making my food all the time. She's saying thank. Wait, I have to see this. What's this all of a sudden? Mother's Day was a long time ago. It's like my mother patted her shoulders. I brushed her head. It was all a show, of course. Oh, interesting. Oh my god, that is actually going to be really interesting just to see, like, the search and how the fuck she's actually going to get everything, you know? I really wonder what's going to happen. I mean, yeah, it's just really sad to think that, like, with this world, it could potentially be really dangerous. I mean, like, if she does actually sort of drink too much, obviously that's going to be dangerous. And secondly, like, if she actually... I suppose just her emotions. I mean, you can just already see how much they're sort of deteriorating. She cannot be in this world long for her emotional state. I mean, I really don't blame her. I mean, it must be so awful, something like this. But, like, she definitely cannot stay here for long. That's just all we need to say. And, yeah, I really, really hope that she's going to be able to find whatever she's looking for. Because the thing is, it's really uncertain if she's actually going to be able to find it. Because, like, I mean, no matter how much of a will you have, which, let's be honest, I mean, she does have a big will to return to the previous world, but she doesn't really have a big will to find it, I suppose. So maybe that could be some Higurashi logic just shattered there, who knows. But, like, yeah, it's just so tricky. I mean, where could it be? Like, seriously, and is she gonna have to commit arson or murder to get there? I mean, it's scary to think. It really is. Oh god, I really do find this interesting. I mean, it's just, I really like the whole sort of emotional thing we dived into today, and especially, like, Satoko and just the differences between everybody in the club. I mean, it was really cool. I love the shrine-related stuff as well. That conversation was good as well, I suppose, just learning about what we had to do. I have no idea what I'm going to title this playthrough, but yeah, I'm gonna end it here. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, I suppose I'm going to see you tomorrow. I mean, I wonder what we're actually going to do tomorrow, because I suppose, I really wonder, we're probably going to be finding out about, like, what actually is going to happen in terms of, like, the shrine-related things. Maybe she's actually going to, I don't really know, is she actually going to commit a murder? Or maybe it's just going to be the case that it is some sort of object that she's actually can't find. Oh yeah, can I show you something cool, by the way? You can actually stretch this out. Look at this. You can sort of see the full image there. And why is she happy? No, she isn't happy, actually. She just looks happy from there. That kind of makes a little more sense. It's actually kind of cool that you can sort of have, like, a widescreen view of this game. Oh god, how do I get it back? Right, pray. No. Oh god. No, my widescreen. It's gone. This is so sad, man. It's actually really weird. This game doesn't actually work with window capture that well, so I have to sort of do all these weird measures to make it do that. Yeah, but I'm going to end now. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, I'm really excited to play next time. Hope you guys are looking forward as well. So yeah, see you then. Alright, bye.